right? So the pillars of Islam are 5, right? Shahadatu anna la ilaha, right? No, what is it? Allah ilaha. Shahadatu an la ilaha illallah. This is a common mistake many people do in adhan, in salah. They say, Ashhadu anna la ilaha illallah. No. How should it be? Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. The second one, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. So shahadatu an la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So this is the first pillar of Islam, right? What else do we have?
6 pillars of faith.
No, the second pillar of Islam after Shahada is what? Salah. Akbar, what else? What else? Pillars of Islam. Siyam. What else? Zakah. What else? Hajj. Salah, Siyam, Zakah, Hajj, and the Shahadatain, right? Now, can we live in the house only with the pillars? So these pillars of Islam, like the pillars of the house. But we cannot live in the house only with the pillars, right? Imagine, you see when they build the houses here, for example, they have steel pillars or poles. Can you live in such a house? It's not a house yet. Same thing Islam. You don't think Islam just to pray and fast and no. That's not enough, because that's not enough for a house to be lived in. You have walls. You have paint. Right? Look, the poles are very essential. They're the main thing. But there are other things that are very important. The walls. You cannot live in the house without walls. And then there are things that are ornamental. What does that mean? Like decorations. Beautification. To beautify the house. Some frames here, some, right? Same thing Islam has things that are mandatory, obligatory, necessary, essential. Things that are also important but a little bit less important. Then you have things that are what? Ornamental. In Islam you have some things, it's preferable to do this, preferable to pray duha, preferable to pray Sunnah, Tahiyyat Masjid, etc., etc. Preferable to give extra charity other than the obligatory zakah, right? And the main things are not only the 5 pillars. We have enjoining what is good, forbidding what is evil. That's essential in Islam. Being dutiful to parents, that's essential in Islam. Don't deceive yourself and think if you're maintaining your salawat, mashallah, I'm good. No, you're not good at all. You're not good at all if you're maintaining your salawat and your mom is upset with you or your dad is upset with you. They tell you, come do this. You say, mom, I have to do work. I have work. What? If your mom or dad call you, you leave everything and you run to obey them and serve them. You run to obey them and serve them. Right? If you're praying sunnah, even if you're praying sunnah prayer, sunnah prayer, and your parents calling you and you think it's necessary, they're calling you, you can leave salah and go, leave the sunnah salah and go. If you're praying farad and there's no emergency, you can just say subhanallah, so they know, for example. Okay? But if there's emergency, you leave your salah and run to help them, right? So your parents is very essential to do what? To be dutiful to parents. Lying, some brothers, they pray mashallah, but they lie. They think, it's okay. You cannot lie. The believer never lies. The believer never lies. The believer never deceive others, never cheats. So look at Islam as a house, okay? The more things you add and you do, your house will be more perfect and nice and good. The more things you're missing, imagine you're living in a house, you're praying and doing everything, but for example, you lie. So as if there's a big brick in your house, or a big wall in your house is missing. So what will happen to you? In the winter, what will happen? You're gonna like be freezing. In the summer, it will be extremely hot. You'll be affected. Your house will be affected because you're missing something important, right? So these are the pillars of Islam. Look at this. They gave you just some examples, huh? Some examples. For example, the Muslim, al-Muslimu man salima an-nas min lisanihi wa yadihi. He said, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. A Muslim, who's a Muslim? Is the one from whose heart, from whose tongue and hand people are safe. You don't hurt people with your hand or your tongue. That's a Muslim. That's part of Islam, right? Another example they gave, the Muslim is the brother to the Muslim. He doesn't deceive him or lie to him and doesn't abandon him when he needs help. Right? And we don't deceive anybody, Muslim or non-Muslim. We don't cheat anybody. Right? We don't cheat on anybody. We don't cheat anybody. We don't lie to anybody. Even to animals. Our Sheikh taught us, if you have a cat in your house and you tell the cat, come, peace. And you're calling it, moving your hands like this, so it comes to you. What does the cat think?
Food.
She thinks you have something in your hand, right? If you do that, he said, our Sheikh said, don't do that. It's as if you're lying to the cat. Don't do that. Right? We have a famous story in the books of Hadith, Mustalah al-Hadith, where a Muslim traveled from city to another city to hear a hadith from one of the narrators of hadith. So when he arrived to that city, he saw him. He's trying to let his horse move, and the horse not moving. So he's wearing like, this thawb, long thawb. So he put his thawb like this. He collected his thawb like this, as if he's making it like a bunch of grass or something. And he started calling come, calling his horse to come. So that man, he saw like that. He said, what are you doing? He said, I'm trying to get the horse. The horse is not moving. He said, well, so you're lying to the horse. If you're lying to the horse, you might lie in your hadith. So I'm not going to take your hadith. So look at this care in transmitting the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Last hadith they mentioned here, min husni islam al-mar' tarkuhu ma la ya'nih. Part of perfecting one's practice of Islam is that you don't busy yourself with the matters of others. You don't involve yourself in the matters of others. Someone holding a bag, or brother, what do you have in this bag? It's not your business. Brother, where are you going? It's not your business. Why you were doing that? It's not your business. So don't get involved in things that are not of your business. But that doesn't mean, listen, it doesn't mean you see someone doing something wrong, you don't interfere. No. If you see a Muslim doing something wrong and you don't care, you don't advise them, this shows that your Islam is not complete. Because the Muslim is like the mirror for his Muslim brother. The Muslim likes for others what he likes for himself, right? You see your Muslim brother doing something wrong, you advise him. You tell him, brother, if it's something agreed upon, you have to learn, huh? That's why you have to learn. Something agreed upon to be haram. You saw him, he's looking at bad pictures, or trying to see bad videos, or talking about stuff that is forbidden to talk about, right? You advise him. You tell him, no, we are Muslim, we don't do this, right? An-nasiha. The Prophet ﷺ said, ad-deenu an-nasiha. Religion is advice, to give advice, to be sincere. Sincere with Muslims, give them advice. Give them advice. Urge them, but in a nice way, in a good way. Okay. Sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Who has a question?